Ciao a tutti, it's Aurum, and in this episode of Hanzo Shippuden, episode 2, Hanzo joined, found a gang of dark warriors and dragons, and let's see what his adventure is. Okay, so no, yeah. Before we get into it, remember to subscribe. For every subscriber, Guiding Ariadne will draw one card of Wiretap. But anyways, yeah. Um, so basically, some people were discussing like 2014 lists on Labradorite Dragon making Leo and such, and making Vulcan with level Ether. And this got my noggin jogging, and I wanted to make it too, but because I was into ninjas, I made it with ninjas. You can kind of make a similar build without ninjas and instead with level 4 extenders because you can go into level chain. But I would rather just normal summon hands on my turn one than combo off because we don't really have anything to end on, at least on level sixes. So yeah, we're kind of stalling. So if you're wondering what the fuck this list is, basically, um, we have 3 Armageddon, 3 Dark Grapher to send our 2 copies of Lava Brothering Dragon, our Level Leader, and our Zephyros the Elite to the graveyard. And also, sometimes Dark Armed Dragard and Hanzo, they come up to send 2 because, you can get them back in some ways. Um, and with the Labradorite Dragon, we can make level 10 synchros, Leo and Trident Dragon with Dragard. With the level liter, we can make level 6 synchros, mainly Vulcan the Divine and also Underground Arachnid. Now, I don't think I ever actually managed to resolve Vulcan, maybe once, but in the whole tournament. But kind of the whole game plan about this deck is like we have Labradorite Dragon, and we can make Vulcan with it and just level it in graveyard. But yeah, Hanzo is here because you normal summon him, you get Super Transformation, which you're only playing one of because this is kind of a combo deck, and we summon out the Labradorite Dragon. And afterwards we can special summon him back with Soul Charge or Call the Haunted, and he searches Upstart Golden Ninja or Ebisu. We play 2 and 1, and Ebisu lets you play for back rows. Upstart lets you do some silly shit. It's also a target of Limit Reverse, and yeah. And then besides that, 3 Dragard because one card Leo is good, and also Trident Dragon, and also with the level Literon Graveyard you can bring it back with Vulcan the Divine. You can put it back in your hand, and also you can stack it with Level Chain. That happens. Speaking of stacking with Level Chain and also dumping Dark Iron Dragon, you can kind of search the card out in this stack because you can dump it and add it back with M7, or you can stack it with Level Chain. And then the ones I first level it are in Labradorite. And we're playing triple Soul Charge because this is kind of a combo deck. One Allure because it's dark, one Reinforcements because it's Warriors, one Foolish Burial because it's Graveyard. The one Super Transformation, then triple Call of the Hunted, and triple Limit Reverse. I was after the tournament, I noticed that there's a bunch of the normal monster only Call of the Haunted cards, um, and they are an option, but Limit Reverse is good too, and you can bring back Upstart Golden Ninja, and more importantly, Levelator, because if it's kind of a weird ruling, but if you have Labradorite Dragon up, you try to use level eater and they crow level eater. The Labradorite Dragon does go to level 5, which sucks because we can't really use it in any way afterwards. But if we have limit reverse, we can bring him out, and it's 1 and 5, so we're good. Then triple finish because Vulcan and Zephyros, and then triple breakthrough skill because fuck artifacts, and also Upstart Golden Ninja. And we're playing the bank in the main deck because hands are really an issue for this deck. And then bottomless warning, just generic traps. We're not playing torrential because we don't really want to use it ever in this deck. Side deck, triple flying, triple throw, pretty standard. Flying for Vulcan. Dark Simorg and Ninjutsu Art of Transformation for Girgias, then triple MST, triple Imperial Iron Wall for Spellbooks and Bujins and such, and then third copy of the bank because it's always good. And then extra deck on Trident Dragon with 2 Leos. Leo's kind of the main weapon of the deck, to be honest. One Underground Arachnid and 2 Vulcan the Divines. Underground Arachnid, if you don't know what it does, it's basically kind of like 101. That's cool. And then M7, 101 Exciton Dweller, Demon Direwolf, which I originally played triple Vulcan, but never really came up, and Demon Direwolf would have come up quite a bit because of like Ebisu. If they have three back rows, you bounce two with Ebisu, and then you pop the other with Demon Direwolf, and then you can go off with Soul Charge. And then Lava Vault Chain, Queen Dragon Jin, and Degusto Emerald both to summon out Labradorite Dragon. Dragon Jin is 2200, so it's over more attack. Meanwhile, Degusto Emerald has the other effect to shuffle back cards. And then one Bleed Armor Ninja to OTK. And in tournament, I didn't really go too well. I would love to keep playing the deck until I top with it, but there's so many decks I want to play with and top with that I don't have the time. So I would rather there's not enough tournaments, so I would rather just make a video on it now, and maybe later I will come back to it, but hopefully someone else picks the deck up because it's really fucking cool. And yeah, so round one. I'm playing versus Hat. I have Armageddon Knight, Double Dragarde, Finish, Limit Reverse, and Ninja Ebisu. Now, obviously, this deck is very weak to MST, so that's kind of big issue in this format. Meanwhile, he has Sanctum, Double Call of the Undead, Double Cyclone, and Dice Hand. We're all gonna start with Armageddon, Dark Dumping, Labradorite Dragon because we have Double Dragar, we have Limit Reverse. It's really kind of the only sensible play, really. But that's gonna be unfortunate. He tries crushing the Ice Hand, but I have to use Finish Chain here. Anyways, I try to go for Dragard, but that doesn't get stopped. Um, he does double cyclone the limit reverse into moral attack, and with the moral attack he pops Labradorite. So I go into level chain to send level eater for next turn, and unfortunately he has Call of the Haunted, which frankly I should have probably expected, um, because if otherwise he would have probably put it in attack position. Maybe I don't know. Actually, well, actually no, I had access to level force. Um, but yeah, not my greatest move. But anyways, gonna normal summon Regard. Will that resolve? And Sanctum comes out, and they drew the breakthrough skill too late. Um, so here I said it, but I should have maybe at least considered not doing that. But I kind of don't really have much to play, so I kind of need to make sure that shit resolves. So yeah, I had to hope that I top deck the trap, and luckily I did. Just kind of weird, but in this deck you really often want to top deck trap cards because of Upstart. It's really easily searchable. But that gets bottomless, and I can't really do anything. Uh, Now we have Dragard, Armageddon Knight, Hanzo, Soul Charge, Diddy Crow, and the Bank. Meanwhile, he has the Sanctum, Double Cyclone, Call of the Haunted, Mermalia, and Diddy Crow. A pretty cracked hand, frankly. But anyways, I go for normal summon Hanzo because I'd rather have that turn 1 than Arma. Arma is perfectly fine turn 3. Um, he goes for Mermelios, that's 5. I go for Labradorite Dragon, Super Transformation. So my face is fine. Top deck Dark Refer. That the Super Transformation gets Double Cyclone. Um, I bank away the Moral Attack. I go for Dark Refer, discarding Armageddon Knight, and I dump Labradorite Dragon, and they have Soul Charge, and he banishes the Labradorite, so that's unfortunate. But I can still trigger both cards, so I search Upstart, dump Zephyros, and go for the kind of safe 101 play because I don't really have much that I can set up here. Level Eater not really important when I don't have Labradorite Dragon access anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna normal summon Dragard and try to go for a beatdown. Pretty much. Uh, Basically, Well, his backrows are pretty good, to be honest. So, anyways, I go for a level chain that gets bottomless. Goes for Sanctum. Sanctum into Big Attack. Big Attack into Sight, but I have the Crow. He has the Call of Daunted, I have the second Crow. And, well, now he had Optex Dionia, and, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't really have much to do here. So we're just hoping for top decking a trap card. Hopefully, Percus will be ideal. But instead we top deck Armageddon, so we dump the Later just to get rid of it from drawing it. And, we crash Peel Attack, and yeah, can't really do much. Moving on to round 2. We have playing Sbarlico, who's playing Exodia. Right, right. So he opens two pieces of Exodia, Battle Feeder card, Duality, and Jar of Greed. Meanwhile, I have Upstart, Hanzo, Darkgrapher, Armageddonite, and Ebisu. Not the best hand. He goes for Duality and goes for Legacy instead of left leg of Waboku. Not. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense because at this point the Waboku is not going to be too relevant versus most people, and especially versus my hand. But I just go for the Hanzo for when he has another card, and I keep the super transformation because Upstart. Anyways, I top deck into a very useful Darkgrapher, into a very useful Armageddon Knight, which I immediately discard off Darkgrapher to dump a Labradorite Dragon. They just go for beatdown and set super transformation to stop Karkar. And I should probably just fast forward this because it's Exodia. Anyways, a normal summon Armageddon, Threadrunning Roar, I set up the dud. I dumped Zephyros. Probably should have dumped something useless so I could, just easily banish it with Dark Armed. But, I could have also discarded stuff with Dark Grapher. Dump the stuff with Dark Grapher. Tongue Twister. Anyways, yeah, so this way I'm trying just to get rid of all of his battle phase shenanigans and fill up the graveyard for Dark Armed. So that's kind of just my plan. For Absurd, he has 4 pieces of Exodia and goes for Wabaku. I can't really do anything besides popping all of his back rows. Maybe, but they don't because I don't have a field. I don't have a graveyard. Anyways, he goes for Absurd. Goes for Rope for Escape. And it draws into the last piece of Exodia. Which is lovely. But anyways, now I open with the Hanzo, so you know what's coming. Armageddon, MST, Gold Haunted, Soul Charge, and Ninjutsu Art. Meanwhile, he draws, doesn't really matter. What the fuck? I don't. Oh, I just went for this instead of just normal summoning Hanzo. Alright, not entirely sure why. I guess to put more pressure immediately. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, just go for a game with Fate Armor Ninja and or at least bait the Battle Fader, and you can't really do anything. So now he opens with Duality, Threatening Roar, Waboku, Offstart, and 2 pieces of Exodia. What does he Duality into? He draws gift card with Exodia with Upstart, and it up the dualities into Mirror Force instead of Karkar, which is interesting. But meanwhile, which Renka is kind of stupid because Mirror Force is kind of expected. Karkar, you can if you get Karkar of duality, what are you gonna do, Valor? Who cares? The fact that it's public knowledge doesn't matter into the card's power. Meanwhile, the fact that I know you have Mirror Force does factor in. But anyways, I have Hanzo, Upstart, Call of Duty, MST, Level Leader, and Darkam. So I just go for Hanzo. Oh, I guess it's to stop the Dark Simorg, yes, but you know, you can just put it in defense position. You know. Anyways, I go for Level Leader to try and bait out Mirror Force. So you know, I can just tag out in defense position. Anyways, I go for the tag out and Call of Duty into Hanzo. Though frankly, I could have just gone for like attacking with Dark Simorg, so I attack the Mirror Force and then Call of Duty into Dark Simorg, so the later it's the graveyard, but doesn't really matter at all. So just gonna go for Levelator into Call of the Haunted, level chain into Call of the Haunted, bounce back the level chain into Zephyros, Zephyros bounce back the Call of the Haunted, and you know, maybe next turn I will have a Dark Arm Dragon. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. Goes for duality. Who cares? Hit Waboku. I dump. Shit. I go into Diamond Direwolf, so I pop the last Bakuro. And yeah, that is GG. Yeah. Moving on to round 3, which is probably more interesting. Going up against the dump truck. Um, we have I open Hanzo, Upstart, Labradorite, Limit Reverse, Call Daunted, and Bottomless. Pretty good hand. Meanwhile, he has Torrential, Miracle Fusion, Skill Drain, Duality, and Miracle Fusion again. He's playing Hero Beat, which is interesting. You know, even if I went 3-3, you know, it's kind of not too indicative because of the decks that I faced. uh, well, and also in round 6, the player that I faced. You know, new player, nothing wrong with that, but you know, kind of shows, which is sad because I really think this deck is very fucking cool. But anyways, he goes for duality into Compulse, and he top deck Fire Hand before, so he sets the Fire Hand and just sets everything. I normal summon Upstart into discard Limit Reverse. With the Upstart, I'm gonna summon another Upstart. I'm gonna discard the bank. I'm gonna summon Ebisu. And you know, with Ebisu now I have 4 ninjas, but he has the Torrential. Stop that. That's unfortunate. But anyways, he goes for duality into Alias. You know, now with Alias up, everything is online. Normal summon Alias. Uh, he has Skill Drain. He has Miracle Fusion. I try to go for bottomless, but he compulses back the Alias to dodge. Anyways, I go for Soul Charge and try to bounce back shit. Try to trigger Hanzo, but oh yeah, right. I don't have any more targets. But anyways, he goes for skill drain, and I can't really do too much under skill drain besides you know make Leo, and Leo is pretty good under skill drain, so you know, it's bigger than Crazy Box, that's for sure. Um, anyways, I'm gonna kind of just go for like Leo beatdown from this point on. It's kind of risky, but you know I know he doesn't have absolute zero access right now, so as long as he doesn't draw a hand, we are good. And you know, I just gotta give him not enough time to draw a hand. So he opens Crusader, Alias, Miracle Fusion, Skill Drain, and the Bank. Meanwhile, I open, well, the Bank. Actually, not the most useful card versus this deck because it doesn't really hit too many cards. You would rather have the Crow than the Bank. Uh, Meanwhile, I have Dragard, Armageddon Knight, the Bank, and Limit Reverse. So, you know, kind of like the first game of the video. Just go for Armageddon, dump Labradorite Dragon. There's not really any other plays that are viable right now. So just go for that. No more summons Crusader. Does he have Gemini Spark? Nope. Interesting. Uh, Interesting, which is irrelevant. I try to go for Dragard. He does flip the skill drain up, but I have limit reverse, so I am still able to go into Leo. So I could have gone into Train Dragon just to save the Leo for later, but I do have another Dragard and another limit reverse, so it's fine. Anyways, he draws the Gemini Spark. Try to run over, but yeah, I use the Gemini Spark. I go normal summon Ebisu. He hero blasts that away, so that sucks. But I do have a warning which I might be able to use later. Subject Dark Refer, image reverse, go for another Leo, and I do have the bank for the head for the ice hand. So there's that. I try to hit the set card. It's a fire hand, but I bank that and do have the warning for the ice hand if he tries to crush. Going to that super transformation. It tries to pop at warning. Go for Call Daunted, but for the other Leo, but MST. So that's unfortunate. And I set super transformation in case I draw a ninja. Goes for up zero, so he can clear my Leo for game. And going into game three, we have Foolish Burial, Soul Charge, Hanzo, Upstart, and the Bank, and Call of Daunted. Meanwhile, he has Fire Hand, E, Gemini Spark, Miracle Fusion, and Maxi. Pretty good hand, besides the lack of skill drain. I obviously go for normal summon Hanzo, summon out Super Transformation, search out regular Transformation. Try to go for Dark Simorgh. For some reason, I should wait because I know he plays hands. Well, actually, no, I know because I have the bank, so it's fine. Anyways, he goes for Eco, top text torrential, which is gonna be dead right now. Uh, Goes for Alias, but with that he's able to add it. But I do have Call of the Haunted. Um, he already had used the Max City's turn. But, he's able to draw Hero Blast and Rota. That anyways, I'm gonna normal summon Upstart, discard the warning. Summon out Anzo, search out another Golden Ninja. With Foolish, I'm able to dump Zephyros, bounce back the transformation, and now I have a game. That's 1600, 22, 22, and 27. So that's GG. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Something funny about ninjas, they are a control deck. Well, even well, this deck not really, but for the most part they are a control deck. But they can kind of just explode with Dark Morgans and shit. Can stun. Anyways, we are against Icaros with Girgias. He opens Absurd, which draws into Accelerator. Girgiano, Maxi, Girgi Armor, Finish, and Soul Charge. Meanwhile, I have Labradorite Dragon, Rota, Finish Chain, Call Daunted, and Masked Ninja Ebisu. He goes for set one, for this set pass. Draw into Dark Refer, which was what I was gonna search out with Rota, anyways. Normal summon, special summon the Greffer, normal summon Armageddon Knight, and dump Zephyros. Try to go for Queen Dragon Jin to bring out Labradorite Dragon, but not entirely sure why. Frankly, probably just because it's bigger than armor. Probably why. Um, Gets finished though, so Armageddon is gonna be able to use Gear Armor. Normal summon out Arsenal, special summon out another Gear Armor. Gonna special summon out Accelerator. Gonna special summon out Gigantex. Gigantex gonna get finished, but he does have Soul Charge, so that's unfortunate. He does have two cards in graveyard, so he's able to summon those. And 101. for 1-1 on Jin. Then he flips back down the armor. So yeah, he has Maxi in hand too, so that's gonna be quite annoying. Um, I did wait for the draw to see what I wanted to special summon out. If I drew Dark, maybe Dark Refer would have been better. Otherwise, Armageddon Knight depends. But go for Epizo. Um, goes for Maxi on my Colodeonted, Colodeonted on Armageddon. Armageddon is gonna dump out the level eater, and I'm gonna go for Exiton just to clean up everything. And unfortunately, he top decks MST because now I don't really have any follow up, and he does. This is MK2. Can't see it for some reason, but it's lagging. Top deck Solar Morning, not too useful, but I can use it on Yugi Armor Flip, I guess. Hmm. Instead, I use it on Ars. It goes for Arsenal into armor. I should have just warning the Yugi Armor, frankly. Really. Don't know why I didn't do that. Now he has wired up. Yeah, I kind of just gonna fast forward because it's kind of a given who wins this right now. Top deck dead upstart golden ninja. Warning, but wired up. Yeah, it's gonna grow me down. Moving on to game two. I open Labradorite, Dark Armed, Soul Charge, Caldente, Burning, and Finish. Not a great hand. Meanwhile, he has Gilgarmor, Gilgano, Soul Drain, Bottomless, Macrocosmos, and the Bank. Definitely a better hand. Again, why the Bank? That's funny. Uh, we stop deck into a pretty nice Foolish Burial. I have the warning for Macrocosmos at least. But anyways, Colodented into Dark River. Also, Soul Drain not really great in this matchup. So, he only really has one real back row for the most part. It does negate Zephyros and Level Eater, but, all the Labradorite shenanigans, not really. Anyways, Greffer gets bottomless, so I don't really have any play at all. At all. Any, at all. Anyways, it goes for upstart into max. Again, I finish the armor. Top deck, very nice Armageddon Knight. Go for Zephyros, but he has Soul Drain, so at least that does something. Um, goes for Girgiano into armor. Pass. I do top deck into a nice Rota. Rota into Greffer. Greffer is gonna discard Labradorite. He does have max, but for some reason he just twisted it here. I go for that and just pop everything. Frankly, I should have done something more useless. Again. Uh, yeah, I go for a game. And game 3, I opened. Sorry. Double Soul Charger, Greffer, Foolish Burial, and Miss and MSD. I need a dark or I lose. Meanwhile, he opens Armor, Fisher, Girgiano, Girgier, and Maxi. So pretty much, and Soul Charge. So, besides the Girgiano, pretty fucking great hand. I top deck into the bank, which is not very useful. Normal summon out the Greffer. In this situation, I went like, doesn't, you know, uh, you know, if I play it slow, he's just gonna ramp me. So I should rather just go for Leo. So that was my game plan. But I don't really have any way to defend Leo, and he's gonna be able to go into Rhapsody. So yeah, luckily I do have another Soul Charge, but unfortunately, Rhapsody also has the effect to banish too. So I don't really have much of anything. Normal summon is Arsenal, Arsenal into armor, set 2 and pass. I top deck into Caudanted and set that one and pass. Yu-Gi-Oh shenanigans. Not really too much to say here. I top deck Hanzo, so at least I have something. But he can't hit X with Z's, so that's unfortunate. There's not a lot to talk about here. It's scary plays. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? So you go for Cloud Enter into Hanzo. Hanzo's gonna search out Ebisu. Ebisu is gonna bounce a couple of back rows, and I try to go for Exiton, but that gets some. Then that's that really. Uh, Next up, we have round versus FH1, which well was kind of a mirror match. Did not expect that. Uh, I opened Dragard, that warning finish, limit reverse, and soul charge. So two good cards, two back rows and four breaks. Great. He top decks. He has Hanzo, Super Transformation, Dark Hole, Quick Skill, Duality, and Legacy. I go for a warning, Duality into another Hanzo, and he sets three and passes. Go for normal summon Armageddon Knight. That gets Breakthrough Skill. I still am able to hit him. Anyways, he's gonna normal summon Hanzo. I try to go for the finish, but Super Transformation stops it completely, so he's able to even search out Super Transformation. And hey, look, it's Juraguelo. If you know me, if you know me well enough, you know that recently I just topped the Firewater format with Jurak ninjas. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go for Allure into Labradorite, Soul Charge. Um, because the Labradorite is not doing anything, so at least do something with these cards later. Anyways, I go for a Soul Charge into Armageddon Knight, Armageddon dump Labradorite. I'm gonna go for a Limit Reverse, go for Leo. Or does he have something? He goes for the Torrential. Um, I go for Dragard, go for Leo. Yeah. And now I should have three stuff engraved, but I don't. I don't have a battle this turn, so no real reason to use that. Because you might find a way to run over the Dark Hand. So Dark Hole. So yeah, that was definitely a correct call. Dark Hole into Guaiba. And I'm very low on life points. I special summon Dark Arm and try to just attack him. But because I think I knew he has finish, so not really much I can do about that. I top decks Upstart and Super Transformations away, and that's that really. Um, Now for game 2, I open Hanzo, Dark Grapher, Dark Armed, Call Down to Solemn Warning, and Soul Charge. He has Velo, Upstart, Hanzo, MST, and Maxi. I obviously go for the Hanzo into Transformation. So I'm just gonna go for that. But he has MST. He drew the out. So he tries to go for Hanzo. I warning. Goes for Duality into Torrential instead of Mirror or Velo because he does have enough normal summons already. Call Deonted into Hanzo. For some reason, he maxes me in his end phase. Anyways, I search Ebisu. Ebisu effect. Bounce back to Torrential. Allure into Dark Refer for some reason. Oh, right, because I have Rota. Anyways, I'm gonna dump the Hanzo to. I'm gonna detach Hanzo to dump Dark Simorg, and now I have Soul Charge plays, basically. Um, yeah, with Hanzo, I'm gonna search out Upstart. and I'll pass. With the Golden Ninja, he's able to discard Breakthrough Skill, so with that he will be able to out the Dark Simorgh for a little bit. So that's annoying. He goes for that Exodon, so nothing I can do here. And let's do. I go for Upstart Golden Ninja, discard the Call of the Haunted. Now, do I have three Darks? No. And also, I know he has Torrential, so I kind of want to beat it. So that's kind of why I'm going for this line. Try to go for Exodon, but I forget that we have both five cards, so that's not doing anything. But I try to bluff it as like, oh, I have something, I have max maybe, I don't know, but yeah, nothing. Goes for duality into Murmuleo, almost on Murmuleo. Sorry, I didn't sleep too much tonight. Anyways, crash Exiton and attacks with Murmuleo. Top deck Call down. I go for the Dark Armed to bait out Torrential or Bottomless. He does bait out Bottomless. I go for Greffer because Dark Armed I can't summon back with Haunted, but I can go first. So that's kind of why I wanted to bait the Bottomless first. Is I go for Greffer and attack. I have Haunted, but it draws into MST, so that's unfortunate. Goes for Velo. Um, Velo's gonna crash to Velo. By the way, something I've learned recently is that Waiba also triggers upon dying in battle and destroying. So will have worked too. But anyways, MST the Call of the Haunted. I just set up Star Golden Ninja because it's 1800. Goes for Dark Hole, and now he doesn't have game, so he goes for Maxi. So this way I don't have Zephyros access, and I don't. So I just dump a level leader, bottomless. He's really holding that torrential for the perfect time. But yeah, he goes for upstart. You go for Hanzo. I go for bottomless. Um, Sorry, I top deck into a dead soul charge. I should have drank Bread Wool now, maybe. Um, Dualities into Wiretap. So Armageddon Knight, Armageddon, but that gets torrential. I kind of just wanted to be torrential, and my only hope was not him not drawing monsters. So yeah, that's kind of why I went for that. But yeah, I can't really do anything if he makes Elders. But yeah, that was really cool. Losing to my own deck pretty much. But last round versus Gilgas, I have finish, double finish, breakthrough, dark grapher, limit reverse, and soul charge. So if I don't draw dark monsters, I'm dead. Meanwhile, he has double Gilgi gear, arsenal, torrential, and MST, and he top decks into Maxi. Goes for armor into arsenal. I I break the skill away the armor, trying to sell itself. Top deck into Upstart, which is at least something. Discard the finish, go for Hanzo. Hanzo is gonna add another Upstart. Gonna go for Diamond Direwolf to try and attack into armor and then pop Acro. And they hit the Torrential. Um, TMST is my limit reverse. As for Gary Gear, but he's new, so I didn't really think about using Gear in the end phase, in my end phase. instead of his turn. So now he drew a Giriano, which he might have not have drawn otherwise, and he can't use both on this turn. So he top deck into a Soul Charge, which not the best. He did cross the Hanzo away, so I just have Upstart. So I just know summon another Upstart and go for Rexiton. Not really much else I can do here. Um, and I'm hoping to draw Dark Monsters, which uh, doesn't seem to be happening right now. Goes for Giuliano, for Ice Hand. Oh yeah, the Gigantex misses timing because he went trailing on bottomless, so he went trailing to Exiton. Anyways, uh, Norseman Ice Hand. I don't draw a fucking Dark Monster, Jesus fuck. But anyways, I'm gonna just Norseman Grapher. Goes for MK2. And I finally draw a fucking Dark Monster. I discard it, but that's I'm gonna just go for Soul Charge now. Shut up, search out Ebisu. Go for Lavolvo Chain, dump Hanzo, dump Zephyros. Next time I can just bounce something back. Do have the super transformation already, so I'm just gonna pass on a ninja, so I have something, and I'm gonna attribute that the gear armor, but he has soul charge, so not much I can do here. Top deck into bottomless. I go for Leo. Leo attack Yugi and Tex. Set bottomless. He top decks Arsenal. I bottomless that. I just stall out a bit. For a while. The Grapher, that's I get Breakthrough Skill. I Breakthrough Skill from Grave the Zemayo to get rid of it. And, somehow I won that. Anyways, he opens Gilgano MK2, Soul Charger, Torrential, Wiretap, Finish, and Macro me while I have Dragard, Foolish, Levelator, Nutriverse, and MST, so, both pretty bad hands. And the top deck into under Dragger, so not really much anything I can do here. Luckily, I have MST, so I can just dump the Labradorite Dragon. But this gets bottomless. This gets torrential. For a normal summon Arsenal, I go for another Dragard, but he has all of the back rows to stop this. So he's just gonna run over the Dragard. But I top deck into a third Dragard, so yeah. And I go for Leo. And Leo is kind of an asshole to out for Gilgas. So he just settle limit reverse. They draw flank C, and they try to swing for big damage. Now, frankly, don't. Yeah, never mind. With top decks armor, I just attack into it. Goes for MST on the limit reverse. That's unfortunate. But anyways, he goes for MK2 attacking the later. Sets some cards, and not very sure what happened here. But they go for flank C, but not terribly important right now. But I top deck into Cloudhaunted and go for a lure into Armageddon Knight. It's vanished. And they see another flying C, so that's not very useful. And I go for Cloudhaunted into Leo to stop the battle phase. And you can't really out Leo under flying C. And I have game no, never mind. But still have a lot. Can't really do too much to me right now, so he just quits. But not entirely sure whether that would have been game, and also he forgot to trigger the accelerator of middle ceiling because that triggers. Yeah, that's it for me. Leave a like, join the Discord, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell, the good shit, and I coach. And, yeah, goodbye.